Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renu. I'm ready with yet another video, not just on TR to PR pathway. I have got hold of timeline on Federal Skilled Worker Program also. So I'll be talking about that towards the very end. So for those who are interested, they can stay back towards the end. And I will also be covering again the various timelines for international graduates, not just for that, but also with Outland spouse and then CEC case, and there would be little more directions on healthcare stream, and towards the end I would also try to resolve your queries. So before that, I would be talking a little more about tips and tricks, and also a few of you had questions about how you can process for the refund. I did explain it in my previous video, but I'm not able to dive in and just go and get the YouTube video. So I'll be covering in like full explanation towards the end. For those who have not subscribed to my channel, I would highly recommend, because I have been covering a lot on various immigration programs. So you can just simply go and click on subscribe now, and you will be able to get all the update information. All right, now tips and trips. Why I come up with that? Because a lot of you had the same questions. So first and foremost, if you're traveling outside Canada during this period of time, please don't do that. Avoid doing it, especially if you have not received AOR or your PR card. Now, it's advisable to hold on to any type of traveling unless and until you are in the receipt of PR card. Now, in case, some of you may say that, oh, we have marriage out there in India or in your native country. Well, my recommendation, please don't go. However, if you are planning to go, just be aware of one thing, that if you are at a stage where you've already received AOR and now you are likely to get PR portal, and I'm talking on behalf of the applicants who have gone through it, exactly the same scenario. So in that context, they received an email from IRCC asking their physical presence, and when they updated that they are in India, you would be surprised that IRCC did not reject their application. They have asked that once you come back to Canada, just inform us, so we will be able to issue you the PR portal confirmation. And that's how one of the applicant did that. He came to Canada after 2 weeks, and he updated it through web form and even emailed IRCC, got the acknowledgement, and got the PR confirmation portal. So this is exactly the scenario right now. Moving on to the PCC validity, please note that PCC is valid for 6 months, and you need to provide it from any country wherever you have resided for more than 6 months. Now, even if you're getting it from local police station, it's valid. You don't need to worry about. However, if you're getting it from BLS, that's equally good under TR to PR pathway. Also, make sure that if you have submitted only the receipt, like you have applied for PCC and you have submitted the receipt of it on May 6th, May 7th, or May 9th, also under international students or stream A and B, you don't need to worry about, because this is valid till 6 months. Now, it may happen that you may not be able to get any response from IRCC. So my suggestion is that please send the web form so that you have something in your pack that yes, you have applied and you have submitted the PCC through web form. So that's the least what I would recommend you to go ahead with. Another query is from Sandeep, and this could be from any of you, the same one. I have got my AOR on 27th of October, applied under TR to PR. They ask for PCCs, and I have submitted right away after linking the file. But they did not ask for IELTS TRF, and no response after that. What should I do? Now, in this context also, that IRCC is asking for test report form. So they're asking for the original copy. In this case, IRCC has not asked. Sandeep, if you're watching this video, please submit the original copy through IRCC web form since you have already received AOR. Now, for those who have not submitted the biometric, it's advisable to go for it. But again, you need to get the biometric instruction letter from IRCC. And in case if you've already submitted as a part of your previous application, you don't need to worry about, because biometric is valid for good 10 years. So if you have submitted as a part of previous application, like a work permit or student visa, you don't need to redo it. Okay. All right, this is the first timeline under international graduate. This applicant has applied on May 6th at 12:55 p.m. Eastern Time. He's linked up his application on September 1st, and the OR was received on the very next day. There was an ADR for PCC, and he received that and he submitted it on September 23rd, because sometimes it does take time. So it took him almost good 21 days. Then second ADR was for IMM 5669 form, that's Schedule A, where IRCC officer has requested him to provide the personal history between May 2015 to October 2016. So there could be something which IRCC visa officer wanted to clarify. Now, what happened here is that he uploaded that document without handwritten signature on October 4th. Now, signature is important. Make sure that when you're submitting any document, you sign beneath that. Okay. Now, there was a third ADR for the same on October 1st. So that's the thing. He did not submit it with the handwritten signature, and IRCC has again asked. So this is kind of delaying the process, right? So he uploaded the very same day and signature, but he did not receive any acknowledgement until October 14th. So the last day to be received at the office was actually October 14th. So he called up IRCC, and as per the response, they had technical glitch and his document wasn't received. So he was asked to raise this web form, and he did that accordingly. Now he got the acknowledgement of web form on October 15th and got the same acknowledgement on October 22nd. So, two acknowledgement were done. There were ghost updates on October 24th and 26th. So in ghost updates, I have seen, I've shared the screenshot how it looks in my previous videos. You can always go and check it out. So it's basically, from documents are uploaded to documents are reviewed, and where you exactly can see, it's your GCKey account is linked up. So you will be able to see under the portal there. Portal confirmation was done on October 27th. The next day, he received the new credentials for PR portal. And October 29th, last week, he has been able to receive the ECO PR. Moving on to another timeline for international graduate with Outland spouse. So in this case, this applicant has applied May 6th at 1:36 AST, that's Atlantic Standard Time. So again, BIL August 17th, the very next day he has received the AOR. Now there was a request very next day for police clearance certificate, and there was also ADR he received for graduation letter and IM 5669 form. Now he has submitted on September 21st, and then there was an IRCC PR confirmation portal that was done on October 5th. Now there was new credentials for PR confirmation portal that was updated, and then mailing address was also done. So usually you have to update your photograph, your mailing address, and he did the same on October 6th. For those who are residing in Quebec and they have already submitted the application, I would strongly recommend start preparing yourself to relocate to other provinces. So by the time you get this request, you have to be mentally prepared, and you have had you need to have full proof to show it to IRCC that yes, you are residing outside Quebec. Now he's received the PPR, that's a passport request for Outland spouse, that's on October 7th, and he has received the COPR. Now many of you might have confusion what would happen after that, so I've just chalked out the plan for you guys. So when you receive the PPR, that's passport request for your spouse, all you have to do is just once you receive the PR card for yourself, in this case, you have to get the stamp on her passport, and then she or he will be able to get the COPR. So this is exactly how it happens. Okay. Another one is for timeline. That's for for international graduate. So in international graduate under the stream, it's okay, so this is a timeline for another international graduate. He has applied on May 6th at 12:37 p.m. and was able to link up his application on September 22nd. Medicals again were passed. So many of you might have a question about how do we get to know about medical pass. So when you go into your link up account, you will be able to see that information, and usually IRCC updates that. You can always submit the previous medicals whatsoever you have done as a part of your previous application, or you can get it done with the IMR form. Then he's received the ADR that was requested and is submitted, and then October 8th was a day when he was able to receive the AOR. Now there could be a possibility that when you link up the application, you were likely to get the AOR right away, and there could be a gap. So even in this application, you might be at a situation where, or at a position where, you have linked up the application and you're not getting AOR. So don't get panic about it. It's just gonna take its own time. He was able to create a new GC key and then link up the application on October 26th again. So document was received about the refund of biometrics since he submitted the previous one. So we got the PR credentials and then PR portal on October 27th. And from this stage, it usually take 2 to 7 days time period, like business days, in receiving the ECO PR. Another timeline is for international graduate again. He has applied on May 6th. I'm afraid I don't have the information on time. So he has received IRCC email with an attachment letter for biometric on October 28th. So if you see here that till October 27th, he did not receive any response. And that could be exactly the same scenario many of you have, that, we have applied on May 6th at so and so time, and we are not able to receive any response from IRCC. Don't get panic. And that's the reason I'm running this channel and updating you, whatever the timelines going around at this specific time. Now he's received another email with AOR attachment October 29. Biometric was done. So there was Service Canada forwarded the same on same date, October 29th. And the very same day, he was able to link up his application through GCKey account. Now, when he linked up his application, he realized that IRCC sent one request message for police clearance certificate. And that's exactly can happen when you link up the application. You're likely to get the ADR in that email from IRCC. And then they would also give you a time period under which you have to submit that. Moving on to another timeline. This applicant has applied on May 6 at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Link up his application, received his PC request like police clearance certificate, and he's uploaded it on October 15th. Now, he received the PCC request immediately after linking up the application. So this is what exactly I was talking before. And 3 days later, he's received the AOR, and then medical passed, so he saw it on his portal, and there was a PCC receipt confirmation also. Now, there was a background check complete. He received the portal request. He updated his credentials, like by updating his photograph and his address. And that's how he received the ECOPR on October 27th. Now, I will be covering the CEC case, and after that, I'll be jumping on to international graduate again. Now, this is a CEC case with score of 462. He's received the AOR on June 20th, 2021. He passed the medical examination on July 7th. Portal invite was done on October 21st, if you see. And 3 days later, he got the portal credentials and photograph was submitted on October 25th. He was able to receive the ECOPR on October 27th, and now he's waiting for COPR. To just give you more brief about this case, this applicant has applied for permanent residency under Quebec skilled worker program and ended up opting for express entry instead of this, after realizing that of course CEC is pretty fast. TR to PR pathway and CEC, as I said time and again, one of the best and fastest immigration programs. So if you are eligible, just go for it. Moving on to another timeline is for Jaideep. Thank you so very much for sharing your timeline, Jaideep. Now, he has applied on May 6th and got the AOR on September 23rd. There were a couple of ADRs. So IRCC has asked him for police clearance certificate, and then fee receipt, because he haven't submitted the landing fees when submitted his application. So this is exactly he wrote. And then he submitted the PCC and the fee receipt on September 24th. So IRCC may ask you like the receipt of payment whatsoever you have done, even though they have the proof, but they just wanted to clarify that. Then the biometric request passed medicals on September 24th. And if you see, till October 12th, he did not have any kind of an update. And all of a sudden, he got the ghost update. And that's a sign, like within a week's time period, he got the portal request and it was approved on October 21st. And that's how he's updated the information and got the COPR on October 22nd. Moving on to another timeline is for international graduate. Very simple and crystal clear case here. So May 6th at 1:44 p.m. Eastern time. So it's not in between 12 to 1 o'clock if you see. So you can always certainly be happy about the fact that IRCC is considering beyond 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Eastern time to be specific. So he has received the AOR on October 25th. Now, going back, or I'm reiterating the same thing, till October 24th, he did not receive anything. You can just imagine. So that could be one of the thing here. And look at the speed now. And this was sent to his agent. Now, in case if you have applied through third party or through a registered agent, definitely they might be able to receive the AOR. Medical were passed, submitted old biometrics that's valid till 2027 since it's valid for 10 years. He's requested, there was a request for police criminal record in Australia because he studied there for 1 year. And then there was a PR confirmation portal that was November 1st and today. So this is pretty fast out here. Moving on to another timeline is for healthcare. This person has applied on May 6th at 12:45 p.m. Application was linked on August 5th, and there was a BIL request on August 5th itself. There have been a request for AOR, ADR, for police clearance certificate on August 10th, and that was after receiving the acknowledgement of received. That's what we call AOR. Medical were passed October 26th, so he submitted the same medicals what he had during the time of work permit in 2020. There was a PR portal October 27th, and then portal credentials October 28th. Then there was a COPR received on October 29th. So this is again very good case out here, and this is another timeline for international graduate where ECOPR was received today, November 1st. So this candidate has applied on May 6th and the AOR was received on September 7th. Now there was a request for police clearance certificate and he submitted the very same day. There was a PR portal link, and if you see here is on October 27th, uploaded the information. So from October 27th till November 1st, he was able to receive his ECOPR. So yeah, this could be one of the case. So for those who are in between May 6 to May 7, you don't need to worry about that. Just keep an eye to your account. And in case if you're able to link up your application, please proceed with that because that's very important. And yeah, it could be any time from IRCC. Now let's discuss about Federal Skilled Worker Program here. And towards that, after this, I will be talking about the refund policy, how it works. Now, this applicant has received an email from IRCC October 30th, 2021. For those who are not able to read it, I'm just going to read it for you. Yeah, dear candidate, of course, your express entry profile has been reviewed and we have determined that you're not eligible for express entry at this time. To qualify for express entry, you must meet the minimum eligibility criteria for the Federal Skilled Worker Program, that's FSWP, and the Federal Skilled Trades Program, that is FSTP, and or CEC, that's Canadian Experience Class. Based on the information you gave in your profile, you do not appear to meet the minimum eligibility criteria for any of these programs at the moment. Below are a few examples of why a candidate will be found ineligible. Not having a valid language test, that's an English test IRCC is referring to. Language test results that are more than 2 years. So this is exactly I was trying to cover here. A language test score that is too low, not having enough relevant work experience, not having the required education level, not having enough funds. If you still want to come to Canada as a skilled immigrant, you can take steps to improve your qualification and register for express entry at a later stage. For example, you may try to improve your language score or gain a higher level of education. You can also consider applying directly to a province or territory through the PNP, that's Provincial Nominee Program. So, okay, now the letter is about the candidate has already submitted the IELTS result at the time of application. Now, when your application is, in this case, there is a possibility that the score what he has submitted, he was eligible at the time of applying, but now there's age again is a factor, but now IRCC is referring that is because of IELTS. There could be a reason that it's pretty old now, and IRCC has started evaluating the application now. So in case if this candidate has applied maybe in 2018, so by this time it's invalid. So just keep those things in mind in case if you have applied for Federal Skilled Worker Program. Just keep on updating your information through IRCC web form as and when you have time. Because of COVID, things have been little slow. So eventually it would affect the application. Now, moving on to refund policy. Now, for those who have applied under two streams and already got through with the first, for say if you have applied under CEC category and TR to PR pathway, and you got through TR to PR pathway, so you want to take the refund for CEC or vice versa, you can simply go online, and I will share the link in the description box below. So you just go to ask for a refund. So if you see here, how you ask for a refund depends on how you paid if you have already applied. Now, let me tell you, visa processing fee and right of landing fees are the two main fees that would be submitted, and that's approximately like 1050. So your visa processing fee, that's the initial fee, that is non-refundable. Okay. However, the right of landing fee is refundable. So that's the only fee you will be eligible to. Now, this is how IRCC has also indicated. If we have already started processing your application, you won't get all your fees back. And this is what they are referring. And trust me, guys, TR to PR pathway is the only category which I have seen where both the fees were getting refunded. Like if you have applied in May and you were trying to process for refund in maybe like June, you were getting the full refund. Now, if you're going back to Federal Skilled Worker Program, or again, I'm going back to 9 years ago, we never used to get refund for the whole visa processing fee or right of landing fee. When it's gone, like it's more like you have paid for it. That's it. You're not eligible for visa processing fee. You will only get it for the right of landing fee. So in this case, it could take up to 8 weeks to review your request and issue your refund. So all you have to do is just go through these questions. I'm just kind of filled it up for you guys to make it more convenient. What did you apply for? So you have to choose immigration, citizenship, or Canadian travel document. So it's like immigration. How did you apply? So you have to select the option online. How did you pay your fees? So it's like I paid directly with the online application I used to apply. So they would also give you more guidelines how to ask for a refund, the amount you get back. So this all will be covered. How long to wait for the refund? So eligible refunds can take up to 2 to 8 weeks to appear in your account, and that would be the same account which you have, going to put the information through. And if it's been longer than 8 weeks, then and you have not been automatically refunded, you can ask for a refund receipt, again with the receipt number. So how to request a refund? Using your receipt number if you have not been automatically refunded. So just have to, we emailed you a copy of your receipt with a receipt number, and you have to go to create an account. So when you go here, like you just have to log in and create an account to process or to inquire through your receipt number. So if you already have an account, enter your email address and password. So enter your email address and password over here, and then just log in through the process, and that's all will be done through this. Now this is only when you are requesting the refund, and if it's not been automatically refunded, so they're going to ask you the receipt number. So you have to put that and sign into your account you used to check your information, and that's how it has to be done. You can also go online, like on this website itself, cidgc.ca, and you will be able to get more information onto it. Now, in case if you need more clarity on, TR to PR pathway, I would highly recommend you to just go online and, you can always take TR to PR pathway updates. Like, you have questions about the medicals or anything like that. You can go on cic.gc.ca website and go to TR to PR pathway, and you will be able to get more information on it. Now, in case if you want little more clarity, you can always go under my videos, and then you can just simply, send your queries. So I will be able to help you out one by one Yeah, I will take it from there. So if you have any questions or queries, you can write back to me. I will try to resolve all your queries whatsoever I can. And in case if I'm not able to reply you in a day, please note that I'm also working. So I will try to resolve your queries within 24 to 48 business hours. So I hope this video has been little help to you. In case if it does, I would recommend you to subscribe. Just go online and subscribe to my channel. And for thanks for sharing your timelines. This means a lot to me. And I will be coming up with more and more videos and try to resolve all your queries one by one. For the and most of the time, I would also
now
the
$600
video is
less.
playing.
The
All
original
right,
Peloton bike
this is
at our
this
best
is all
price
from me.
ever.
I hope, yeah, this is all from me. In case if you have any questions, you can always write back to me. Till then, take care and stay safe, guys. Bye.